welcome back. It has been a hot minute since I've decided to make a video, so here we are. It's February. We're just starting quarter 3. The year's half over somehow. It has been simultaneously a blur and the slowest year I've ever experienced. For the first time in a long time, I am looking forward to summer. I cannot wait. I can't, I'm sorry. So I figured I would just do what's going on in my week in the life of a high school English teacher. So today's actually Tuesday. Mondays are virtual days, and I didn't really have anything going on yesterday aside from staring at my computer trying to grade. It was not good. It did not go well. The grades were fine. I just was a slug. You know how it is. So today, my seniors just left. Half of my kids are at BOCES, which is like a vocational program. So I have half of the kids in my room, and so I just had them read their reading assignment for the week, which was chapter 6 of Gatsby. They have to read chapter 7 on their own. Will they do it? I doubt it. So, it'll be fine. Okay, so my freshmen this week are working on, it's going to be kind of weird. So I'm going to give them today to work on the Where I'm From poems, which is their final assessment for our very quick poetry unit. I know that a lot of them hate poetry, so I didn't want to spend a ton of time on it, but I also needed to build their confidence with it. So we spent 2 weeks just reading some poems. Today they're going to do the draft of their Where I'm From poems, submit it by the end of class, because I know if I give them time to do it for homework, they will not turn it in. So it has to be done by the end of class. And I found that when I keep the pacing up, they do much better. The work quality is higher. They're more engaged because they know that there's a fire under their butts that they have to get this done. So that will be great. The rest of the week, I guess I'm showing Romeo and Juliet. I did not plan to show Romeo and Juliet. We were going to do Midsummer Night's Dream this year. Still probably will. But we were reading a poem, Love Song for Lucinda, and there's a stanza in there that talks about, I don't know, it referenced something, how once you fall in love, you can't get it out of your head, and it's like a spell. And it made me think of Romeo and Juliet. And the kids, even though I've done a one-woman performance of this, they were like, what, well, isn't it a happy story? And I was like, no, we know that it's not. I've told you this. And so I'm explaining it again. I'm drawing it out on the board, and they're freaking out. And I didn't know that it was that dark of a movie. And one boy was like, well, can we watch it? And I was like, oh my God. Wasn't planning on showing it. But you asked for it. How am I supposed to say no when a 14, 15-year-old boy says, yeah, can we watch Romeo and Juliet? I think when I graduated college and got my first teaching job, I'm pretty sure in the blood oath that we all took, one of the fine print things was if a kid asks to watch Romeo and Juliet, you have to show it to them. So I'm going to try to squeeze that in and do a mini unit on do the typical blame game kind of thing, and maybe approach it from a standpoint of to what extent does society impact my choices? I don't know, something like that. So we'll do it just real quick. We'll watch the movie. I'll give them notes every day, not for them to fill out, but just this is what's going to happen today. This is what you're looking for, which I think will be really helpful for my special ed kids and my ENL students, just to help them keep up. So we're going to watch the Baz Luhrmann one, which is so bizarre and fast moving. It's not comforting to watch. But I think that they'll like that one the most. So we're going to do that, and then we are going to, I think just do that typical, who's the most responsible for everything, who's the least responsible, and then I'll just have them write. So it's a mini writing unit kind of thing. That's probably how I'll structure it. But yeah, that's this week, is the poem. Oh, and then, so I'm giving them the other days off because, they're going to want to go home and, get baby pictures out, or if they want to get some footage of them snowmobiling or with their animals or something. Like they might want to start filming some of those things, and then when they come to class next week, we'll like work on making it a video essay. So they do need some time at home to get some of those things compiled, which is why we'll do the Romeo and Juliet thing this week. So it'll work out good for timing, but I did not anticipate showing Romeo and Juliet. It was a nice little surprise. Gonna just throw something together. Okay. Also, if you're on TikTok, you're probably aware that apparently Gen Z has canceled skinny jeans and side parts. So I'm like trying to like move my part gradually to the middle. I still can't get a middle part. I don't know if I can do it. But it's the skinny jeans thing that's killing me, because I mean, if you are my age, I'm 29, you know that from like high school until this point, 12 years later, all we've had is skinny jeans. There has not been another pant sensation. It's been like jeans and now like sweatpants. She's Gen Z kids, but like they'll straight up call you a boomer if you have a side part. Like, they're ruthless. If you teach high school, you know, like they will come for your throat over like the dumbest things, and you have all these like bigger insults that could like devastate them in your head, and you're like, don't say it. Don't say it. But you know that they're there. But you're a good person, so you don't say it. You just laugh about it internally, and it's like, oh, you want to step to me? Okay. Keep calling me a boomer, see how it goes. You know those days where you wake up and you feel like you should call in? That's a day that I'm having today. I can't get it together. I got stuck in my driveway, forgot my shoes at home, had to go back for my shoes. The kids are sassy today. I'm just dealing with a lot. It's all good. I mean, it's not all good, but I'm going to say that it is. So I still have to make my freshman Romeo and Juliet thing. I'm going to do something for Act 1, I think just like as a whole. Because I know that the movie doesn't like faithfully, it cuts out stuff. But I have to think about what I want to do. So here is what I came up with. It is not fancy at all. I wrote out just like some notes for Act 1 so that they kind of know what to expect. I feel like Romeo and Juliet is one of those things where when you're watching like the movies and stuff, you do get used to how they talk easier than if you're reading the play. So I think that eventually, like as they're watching it, I mean, plays are meant to be watched, so I think that that'll help. But I don't know, yesterday it was easier for me the longer I watched it. So I want them to know what to look for. Then I'm going to have them I have 4 questions for them to answer before we watch it, and then applying like these concepts over here to what we saw there. So how much say should parents have in decision making, and then how much power do you think Juliet has in her life? And down here, like, do you think that's for the best? Like, are her parents trying to help her, or are they working in their own interest? What age should you be when they start to back off? And then talking about like the feud between the families. I think it'll be good. And then they'll just turn it in after they watch it. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so today was a day and a half. I don't have a lot of time because I have to get out of here before a snowstorm starts. But it was like one of those days where I had a really awesome first period. Like I have a student who's just like so insanely talented. I can't even. Then things just like kind of went downhill, and I'm just very low on patience right now, so did not go well. It was not my finest hour. And then it continued to spiral until later in the day, and then it was a mess, and then it was fine again, and then my end of the day was so cute. I love when kids come in and they spill tea about stuff. Oh, I love it. I love it so much. We have a Valentine cookie fundraiser next week, and it's spicy. So Romeo and Juliet, going really well. The boys did not like all the kissing in the movie that was happening. It's not nearly as entertaining as anything with the guns. So next time I show it, I'll just have to be aware of that. Meanwhile, the girls love Leonardo DiCaprio. And I mean, he's so cute. I was never a big, like, Leonardo stan. I never really got it. But now that I'm watching Gatsby and Romeo and Juliet a lot, I'm like, okay, yeah. Yeah. 10 out of 10. So I don't know. Next week should be pretty good. Had another kid tell me that I'm TikTok famous today. Like, I'm not, but okay. I'll take it. It's all about perspective, I guess. And if they think I'm cool, then I guess I'm cool. Oh, although, so a student told me some tea about some other students, and I was like, yeah, and I was like, yeah, I can be subtle. Like, I won't, when they walk in, I won't do that, like, eyebrow thing, and I have my mask on, obviously, and so, fun fact, I got Botox in my face for my migraines, and my sister told me I could never get Botox because she had Botox, and I was like, yeah, maybe someday I'll get it, and she was like, no, you can't, because your face is so expressive, like, your forehead has, like, all your expression, like, you like, thrive on how expressive you are. If you take that away, like, what are you gonna do? So I'm trying to wiggle my eyebrows at her, and they're just not moving. I hate it. Oh my gosh, but yeah, it was such, like, a rough day, and I feel like as teachers, we all have those moments where we're just, like, ready to snap, and then a student does something that is just so unbelievably cute or sweet or funny that you're like, okay, that's why we do it. That's why we stick out the tough times, is to have more times just like that one. Oh, it was so cute. And then you think back to, like, earlier in the day when something good happened. You're like, okay, it's not all bad. It's not all bad. Sometimes it's just tough, especially during these times. So I'm glad that I videotaped this week because it really was such a roller coaster, like, start to finish. I was a mess. Things were great. Things were not great. I was pleasantly surprised by a lot of things. So yeah, while, like, the side conversations and the jokes are kind of annoying because, like, you'd want people to listen, they are paying attention to it enough. And, like when you listen to the things that they're saying, you can tell that they're reading between the lines on things. So, yeah, we'll see what next week holds. Gonna do some Valentine-style things, I think. Have some haiku competitions. I think it'll be perfect timing for Gatsby, my seniors, and Romeo and Juliet for my freshmen. We should be at least through Act 3 by the time we get to the freshman one. And then my seniors, we should be almost done. Although today they couldn't tell me the significance of the yellow car. And it's literally what hits Myrtle. So I don't know what they've missed, aside from the reading. All right, so I'm gonna end there. Bye.